flow. I've got to spell the British way. I thought I changed that. Yeah. Alright, so as you can see, I have a new website feature. Let's just update that. There we go. So we've got each role in as a little link there, just like we did for weapons, except this holy boober. Except this time, that's how I know I'm on the right tracks. If I have the same responses that I have when I'm playing a real gacha game, then I know I'm making a good gacha game, I guess. Yeah, so we put the role, we put the weapon set name, description, set bonus. Oh, what I did want to do, I want to actually put the names of these underneath the images. So we should be able to do that. I'm just trying to think if I just put it there. I actually don't have the head name. Okay, so the first thing we would need to do is declare 4 strings. So we would have name head equals this isn't get set though, is it? Actually, for this one we need to oh, these are 3-star, 4-star. Oh yeah, we have, okay, we have head name, head description, body name, body description, arms name, arms description. Okay, so we actually just get it directly from get set, and we can say head name string name body equals get set body name string name arms equals get set arms name a string name legs equals get set legs name. And then if I want the names of them in here, I think I could just name head. I don't know whether that'll automatically go on another line or not. Name arms. Oh, it's body next. Body. Yeah, I don't want the double quote there, you little shit. Stop guessing what I want, because you're guessing wrong. Name arms. Bloody autocorrect, I swear. Name legs. Bloody autocomplete is a bloody waste of bloody time, and that's a lot of bloodies. That's very aggressive, isn't it? I'm very aggressive. I'm trying. I should be less aggressive. I really should, but I can't help it. It's just the way I am. It's like asking a leopard to change his spots. You there, Mr. Leopard? Do you mind changing your spots for me? He'd just bite your fucking dick off, wouldn't he? There I am again, effing and blind. And I'm not supposed to swear within the first, I can't remember what it is, whether it's like the first 10 minutes on YouTube or something. It's so bizarre. So after that you can just say, you can just F-bomb all day long. It's weird, isn't it? What a weird world we live in. Imagine if schools, imagine if like kindergarten schools had like a similar policy. Well, you can't swear at the children for the first 10 minutes of the lesson, but then after that, you know, go crazy. Right, you little shits. 10 minutes is up. You better get that fucking work done, you little bastard. Oi, Rodney, stop pulling fucking Bethany's pigtails, will you, and do some fucking work. Yeah, imagine me. Yeah, I would get fired within. It would be the other way around. It would be if I worked in a school, I would get fired within the first 10 minutes. It depends on what school, because like in secondary school, we had teachers who swore. Not many, but there was a few, especially PE teachers. PE teachers always swore. It was always weird. But nothing before secondary school. I never heard a teacher swear once. Which is a good thing, right? Because it seems inappropriate for like little kids. And plus, like, little kids learn by example, right? So if you start swearing at the kids are going to go home and start swearing at the parents. Yeah, that's not good. Alright, so let's see where it puts that. Oh dear. So it put it next to the image. So we could try adding a line break to that. Maybe. Okay, let's try that. So we're going to regenerate the code. Okay, we're going to re-upload it. Refresh. Did that go through? Huh. I think it's because it's still part of the same class. Let's have a look. Where is the class opened and closed? Because we open a div there, right? But then we close it after the alt. So after the alt, the div is closing the image. I need Jippity's. I always need Jippity's help now. To make armor pieces appear directly under each image, you should move the name head, name body, etc. inside the div. What? To make the armor piece names appear directly under each image, you should move the name head, name body inside the div, not after it. Right now your BR name is outside the div, which is why the name appears. Oh, so, oh, right, I see. I'm not sure what the hell it was giving me there. Okay, so we just want to close the div here instead. Yeah, I guess that makes sense actually now that I think about it. Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's brilliant. Trousers of tolerance. I guess I could also hyperlink the name, so that not just clicking the name links. So if I want, so I would just do, I wonder if I just, let me see what happens. If I move the closing A link at the end like that, it hates everything. Yeah, I know why, because I put it after the quote. Right, I just want to see whether that, because I think the A link will carry over from image to text until you close it. So then it should just include the text with the image hyperlink. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Now it looks like ass. But also I just want to style links differently. No, yeah, the only thing that looks like ass is the fact that links in general look like ass. So now we want to do that with the other ones. So if I go to my script, we just want to close the A link at the end of the div. After the div. Yeah, we could put it at the end of the div actually. It probably should go there, to be honest. That's better practice, because at the moment we're closing the div before we close the hyperlink. Why does it hate that? Oh, because I included the quote. Okay. So now I just need to style hyperlinks better. There we go. So that should go to the same page, 26B, as that. 26B, correct. And that one is 26H for head. Yeah, perfect. And now if I just style, if I go into my style sheet on the server, which is open in my Notepad++, I can just, under body, I can style a, I can't remember how to do this. I think you just do A, like that. So let's say I wanted to make it, I don't know, grey, just to test it. No, that didn't work at all. Jiminy! I can't do any of this without Jiminy. I could just look it up, but it's so much easier just to ask Jiminy, right? Jiminy's like your little personal assistant. I'm trying now to change default hyperlink style. Am I doing it wrong? Is it? It's not href, is it? I know that's wrong. Just let Jibbity teach me. It's fine. I'm close. I bet I'm not. I have to okay, I have to give it a new class definition. Okay, I did not know that. I did know that at some point. It's been a while since I worked on a website. Okay, so that will change the color of the links. I mean, I'm not going to go with that, but... And then I think you can do like hover and stuff. Right, so let's try... What colour do we want links to be? It wants to be something cool. Well, we have a colour scheme. I like to do stuff like this, right? So if we go open image in new tab. Oh. I must have said open link. Yeah. Let's just copy the image. Go into Photoshop. I've already got it open. Yeah. Let's see. I like using color schemes, right? So I can get that blue there as part of my logo and stick that web thing in. So that could be, I think that should be a normal link. There we go. And then is it hover? And then hover. Or is it hover color? No, it's probably hover. And then hover, I will do the pink. So if I click the pink, there's that color there. And then visited, I don't really give a shit about visited. I'll just make it the same. Is it visited? What's visited? I'll just make it slightly darker. So what I'll do is I'll get that color back. We'll just make it slightly darker. We'll say that. Now I know that's incorrect. There we go. There's our blue from our logo. As you hover over it, hover's not working. Okay, so I can give it that and say hover and visited are not working. Can you help? Okay. Oh, it says there. I almost said he. He says there. Oh my god, it's a new category every single time. So is it A hover, A visit? Right. So let's look at that. Let's go to our code. So we actually need to define hover and visited as a separate. So it's A hover as a definition, and then it's color again, I guess. So we want color again, except we want this color now for hover. Save. Where's my refresh button? It's still not working. Did I do it right? Oh, it's A colon hover. I'm refreshing Jibbity. There we go. Okay, and then visited. Does backspace not work anymore? Okay, I just don't think it shows me if I've visited it, which is fine by me. Yeah, that looks dope as fuck, honestly. I mean, the thing is though, I like to learn, right? I like to learn. In some of my previous pages, it was doing some pretty dope shit actually. If we go to the weapons, let's open it in a new tab. It's got, look at this shit. That's so cool. Look at this shit. So let's look at the code for that. Oh, that's horrendous. Let me just load the code in. Actually, I think I might have weapons up still. it might be under. It's probably under card, isn't it? So it's probably under the CSS weapon card. So if I look at my CSS for weapon card, maybe. I'm going to search for it. Oh, CSS is getting rather meaty. It's getting rather meaty. Isn't that media wrap? No, it's not. What's weapon doing all the way at the bottom? It's fine. Right, border radius and transition. So if we look at our Armour image, Armour grid image, and add those, then we can try and get a consistent style then. So then we go back to our, does that look good? Oh, hell yeah. Okay, we don't get the little zoom in effect, but it's giving it the round corners, which looks quite cool. But I wonder if that's because the hyperlink goes from the declaration of the image down to the end of the text. So we're not just hyperlinking the image anymore. Does that confuse CSS? Because although I would expect there to be a similar a link of image. There it is. Okay. So on our Armour image, we should be able to change that to Armour grid. I'm guessing it wants to be Armour grid image hover. Maybe. There we go. Woohoo! Look at that. That is nice. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. Alright, I'm liking that a lot. I think now that we're doing that, we could do with a bigger gap between each piece as well. There we go, that's better. Yeah, that's much better. Oh, that is looking cool as frick. Very cool. Very cool. I don't know if I like, because it's zooming in now. Can we make it zoom the other way? Well, that would look weird though, wouldn't it? Because now it overlaps. The only problem is it overlaps the word arms and legs and whatever, right? So it kind of like, it's not the end of the world. Well, actually, we could just give image some padding top, I think. And just do like, I don't know, 13 pixels. Just to push it down away from the... There we go. Now it doesn't get in the way. That's much better spaced anyway. It feels like it's got breathing room now. Doesn't look so cramped. Oh, I like that a lot. So the only thing I would want to do now is maybe put one of these rows into, which I think is the image, is it the grid class? I think that's the grid class. I'll put it in the grid class. Give it a, so let me just try and background color. What happens if I change the background color of that so we can see the shape of it? Right, it's dead square right now. That's cool. Okay, so let me ask. What's weird is Notepad actually says, yeah, I suppose it's because I got British spell check, that's probably why. It's telling me that Armour's spelt wrong. But I think that's how Americans spell it. But yeah, I guess that makes sense because it's got like British spell check. So I suppose it would see that as being wrong. So does it say that colour's wrong if I spell it as in... Yeah, it actually does. I've really noticed that before. Armour grid looks quite nice with the background colour of dark grey. Can we round the corners of this and create some padding for the content? Okay, and it's suggesting this. Let's see. Ooh! Ooh, that's nice! Yeah, I'm going to make the padding left a little bit bigger. Actually, what if I just change that to left? Yeah, that's a little bit much, but it's in the right lines. I think padding left and padding right. Are you penis? Oh, but now that oh no, it didn't. Wait, did it ruin the round corners on my image? Okay, that's kind of weird. It looks great, but for some reason the round corners of my images were removed from the top but still apply to the bottom. since adding this. Okay. This happens because images inside a container with overflow hidden, often applied implicitly via grid layout or border radius on a parent, that's a mouthful, can appear to have their top corners clipped, especially if the image itself is flush against the container's top edge. Well, it shouldn't be. There's some text above it. In your case, this is likely the result of the image's parent element, a div in the grid, not having any margin or padding above the image, so the top corners are getting flattened visually. Add padding to margin. Sorry, add padding or margin to image container. So .armour grid, we want to add 10 pixels of padding top. Okay. Okay, anything else? Oh, that was option 1. Let's see if that fixes it. No, it's still done it. It's weird, right? Because the bottoms are still rounded. Oh, I like a good rounded bottom. But the tops are very sharp and pointy. I gotta be honest, I quite like pointy tops as well. But yeah, well, we don't want to poke anyone's eye out. So we want both rounded bottoms and tops, I think. So that didn't fix it. That was the padding top attempt. But it gave us an option 2, didn't it? It said option 2, apply border radius to the container and prevent it from clipping the image. So on the Armour grid, border radius, which I do have, and then overflow hidden. So overflow hidden is the only thing that is being added there that we don't already have. Does that fix it? No. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. It's just a little bit annoying. That's pretty good. I think I'm pretty happy with that. It's just the top corners aren't rounded anymore. We could try the padding top as well and see if the combination of both will fix it. What was Jupiter's suggestion for that? 10 pixels. I don't think it'll work. No. That's good enough. I mean, good enough. It looks fucking awesome. I think it looks really good. Alright, so now we need to dynamically generate the stats pages for each and every body piece of Armour. There are 300 in total. So we better get to it. Nah. We just need to code it once and then all 300 will generate themselves. Alright, let's get it done. Sure. Let me just refill my verb. I need to refill my verb refiller. Okay, so the first thing we do is we declare a string, and we're going to call it Armour page HTML, and that wants to equal the HTML template HTML. There it is, HTML template. And we want to for each this is where it gets tricky. So the way it's set up, right, is I have separate stats for the 3-star, the 4-star, and the 5-star. And each piece shares, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. Each piece shares the same stats. Yeah, that's just the way I decided to do it. But then you get the set piece bonus if you wear like all pieces. All 4 pieces. Yum 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 yum. Okay, so our outer loops. Our outer loop needs to be for each transform child in Armour root. And that gets us to there. We might need some information about each set. Yeah, we kind of do. So we're going to declare an Armour set, get set, equals child.getComponent Armour set. Yeah. Why isn't it? Oh, there it is. Okay. So now we can get access to the name and the set and blah 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 blah. So one thing we need to do is determine the page that this is outputting to, right? And the page will be outputting at the ID. So we can do string get ID equals get set dot. What did we call it? Oh yeah, ID is actually, oh, this one's weird. It's actually, it just goes through as an index, as an indexer. We still, okay, so I guess we still have access to index here. So we'll just say index equals 0, and ID wants to equal index to string D3, 3-digit number. What this basically is if you look at my Armour pieces, they're numbered 000, 001, 002. So that just makes sure that we have that number there as we iterate through the list. All right, and then we can do string get name equals get set name. We can do string get role, which equals get set. Actually, that would just be child.name. And then we want an inner loop, so we want a for each transform. It's not really a piece, it's more like a class of rarities. So now we're going into child.transform. So we're creating a new transform called rarities. And for each rarity, to get the stats, we need to get the component of armor range. Now armor range, oh yes, I remember now. Oh, this is super, super cool. So we're going to say get range equals child.getComponent armor range. Yes, this is nice. So basically, every single gear piece in the game is randomly generated. And the rule sets are determined by this stat sheet here. So you'll see here that I have a minimum attack, a maximum attack, a minimum defense, a maximum, you know, all of the stats that these gear pieces can possibly have. We determine based on the set, and it's unique for each set, and it's unique for each rarity as well. Each set has a minimum attack and a maximum attack that it can roll. So what you get will be completely random, but it will be within these ranges. So I want to show the ranges that this gear can roll as per rarity. Okay, so oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So what we want is... So we need to think about what we want on our page, right? So on our page, we probably want to start with the header. So let me just bring up one of our pages. Let's go to the home page. So we want the header to be the name of the set piece. So that's a H1, right? So we want to I'm going to declare an armor content HTML. So the first thing I'm going to do is in the outer loop, right? Because this is per set piece. We want to say armor content. Actually, each one of these needs to write out a file as well. Yeah. Hang on a minute. In that case, I need to do this inside of here as well. I should just declare it here because this is the start of the content anyway. So we'll declare it here as well, actually. And then we can just start off with... Oh no, I don't. Actually, I don't do that. I just remembered now. I already have a... Oh, my keyboard wants to charge. No! My keyboard wants to charge. It's fine. It'll be fine for a while. Okay, so what I did is if you look at my index.html, right, on the hard drive, it's not actually this version of the index.html. It's actually a special version of the HTML. And this special version of the HTML has header 1, header 2, and content. So right at the bottom, I will do a replace on header 1, which will replace the site title, and it will also give the page a name. So the page name at the bottom, we will just replace it as header 1. So if we go ahead and get our like final touch thing, right? The final touch. So we basically do it like this, right? And we need to do this for each and every set piece. So this needs to be here. And we can use the same output that we did before. So we're replacing header 1 with the name of the set. So we can just say that is get name. Header 2, I think we want the description of the Armour piece. So if we go ahead and get that, so we want a string get description wants to equal get set dot description. So that will replace this with but that's the set name. This where it gets tricky. Yeah, that's the set name. That's actually the wrong name. How do you do this $ thing again? It's really useful. I thought it was $ equal. I know you do $ plus. Plus, oh, it's plus, it equals $ at quote. So equals, that's a really neat trick that I had no idea about. That's such a neat trick. Okay, because then what we can do is we can just open these squiggles. I think they still need to be within the quotes though, don't they? And then we can say set name. I'm actually going to be a little bit more precise because that is the get set name. And then that's get set description. And then what we can do is we can open a new tag and say close the paragraph. Okay, so now we want set effect, so we can do string get set effect equals get set effect dot toString, because that's an enum. Where is it? I thought we did it as an enum. Oh, I'm an idiot. It should be get set dot effect, set effect toString, and then we can say set effect is get set effect. Now this thing had a really nice way of doing. There we go. Set bon. Maybe I should say set bonus. Let's be consistent. So if I grab this syntax here, and we're actually just going to borrow it. That's nice because it's put extra those in. It had extra set effect. Now we need to declare bonus 3, 4, and 5 star. Which honestly, again, we can just borrow from here because we already did that in the other one. There we go. An effect would be get set effect now. And then there's a million of those, which we actually don't want. Okay, so now for each set, we are saying Armour set and the set name, set description and the set description, set bonus, and then the stats for 3 star, 4 star, and 5 stars. And now what we want to do is we want to open up an image grid in 3 columns. Oh boy, not an image grid. Oh no, we do need the image actually. Yeah, we want. Oh no, yeah, no. We get the image. Yeah, we want the image. Let me think about how I want this to look. We do need the image. So what we're going to do is we're going to say get set. Oh, there is no set image. Okay, that's true. There is no set image. Right, so they're related to set. So then what we're going to do. Yeah, we do have the image on here though, don't we? Well, we don't have the image on here. It's actually dynamically generated. So the way it's dynamically generated, so we can do get image, which should be system server root plus icons Armour. Is it with a U? Yeah. It's the British way. Plus get ID. Oh boy. This is where things get a little bit tricky. So the way it's set up is it's an ID that iterates through head, body, arms, and then legs. So we need a second index, which is, let's do a part. We'll call it part. So we'll do integer part equals 1. So as we get a new set piece, we want to make sure that actually that can be declared there because part equals 1. It doesn't like that, and why has it made a fucking mess of everything? That's irritating. Why doesn't it like part read only system int 32? I guess part must be reserved by, all right, body part. What is going on? Assigned but never used. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I thought it was saying it was read only again. Okay, so we have a body part indexer. And then as we iterate through each As we iterate through each... Oh, that's rarities though, isn't it? Okay, yeah, that does... Okay, so then... Oh, it's because there's... Yeah, no, we've got another loop we need to do then. Okay, yeah, we have 3 loops deep here. Okay, I just realized what the problem is. Right, so above image, all of these relate to sets. So those apply to every single body piece, right? But then there are 4 body pieces that we need to include armor for and get the stats for. And then there are 3 rarities. So at the body piece level, we actually say int body part equals 1. And we can say while body part is less than 5, increment body part. So what this will do is it will run 4 times in a loop. Then we can get our string get image. But we cannot declare this inside of here, because if we declare that armor content inside of that loop, then we lose access to it when we come outside of the loop. So now we need to move our declaration of string armor content HTML above that. Okay, and then we can just influence it like that. There we go. Okay, so get image. Also, that's a bit of a mess now. Let me just push that to where it wants to be. There we go. Okay, so icons armor get ID plus. Now this is where the body part thing comes in. So actually, we can't really do that. What we need to do. Oh boy. We'll declare string get image up here as well, and we're going to nullify it there. The reason why is we need to do if statements here. So we need to say if body part, we'll declare a sub text here, and then we'll say if body part is 1, then subtext equals H for head. Okay, and we need to do the same thing for head, body, arms, and legs. So there's head, there's body, there's arms, and there's legs. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, beautiful. Now we can say get image equals get ID plus, and I think there's an underscore in there. Yeah, there is. Underscore plus subtext plus .png. There we go. And it doesn't like that because get image has the wrong case on it up there. There we go. Now we have the URL for the image. So now we can add the image to the armor set, and we'll do it above description. So we want we don't want a hyperlink anymore, so we just want image source equals get image, and then we want to close the quotes. Think that's right, but we might want to give it a class. I'm going to call it armor piece image. And then I think we also close off the image tag. There we go. Okay, so far so good. So now we're showing Armour set as the type, as the set that it belongs to. The name is already getting replaced in the header at the top above that. We're pulling in the image. We're pulling in the set description. We're pulling the set piece bonus with each 3-star, 4-star, and 5-star rarity set effects. Now what we need to do is we need to move our rarities loop here inside of this structure. And we need to generate our 3 rarity tables of stats. So, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I might need Jibbity's help with this. So again, we can count the index of the child if we declare an index here and call it, well, let's call it rarity index. Rarity index equals 0. Rarity index plus plus string rarity name equals (3-star) if rarity index equals 1, then rarity name is 4-star. If rarity index is 2, then rarity name is 5-star. There we go. Okay, so now we can spit this out as the header for each grid. So the first thing we need to do is create a new container. Right, we're going to open a div. So we're going to say Armour content HTML plus equals $@ and now we can start to, yep, it's happy. Now we can start to do our magic, right? So we want to open a div. We'll do like ID equals Armour piece table. Wrong. First we need to open a container for a grid. We need a parent container. So now we can open our parent container and we can close our parent container at the end. That would be the best place to start so that we know that we're doing this correctly. So let's close our div for that container, and now we have all safe and sound our parent container. So now inside the parent container we want to open a child container. So we want Armour content plus equals $@ open a new div. That might be a class, actually, would be better. And we'll do clef div ID. This won't be better as an ID, I think. I don't know why there's a space there. And we'll do armor piece table. Why doesn't it like that? Because we've got, oh fuck, what did I press? Oh, we don't need, yeah, we don't need to do, I'm an idiot. We only put the semicolon when we want to end the text. So that can actually just look like that. And that can actually just look like that. There we go. That's much better. Wow, that's much cleaner. Okay, so we open our armor piece grid. We open our armor piece table. We also want to close our armor piece table. So we'll do close div on that one. Yeah, really these should be over there, otherwise they actually output to the HTML. There we go. So now inside this armor piece table, right, so this is where we want to grab our stats and stuff. This is where we now want to grab our stats for each transform rarity, right? We've got get range, so we're using get range now. Do we have, we don't have the piece name yet though, do we? Yeah, okay, that's true. So we still need to get the piece name. Yeah, okay, I missed some things. So we're going to do string piece name, and then here we can say, actually if we declare this up here, let's make this cleaner. We declare this up here, we can get rid of that. We can actually just set it here. We can say piece name equals get set dot, so head is first, head name, and then here we want piece name equals get set body name, and here is piece name equals get set arms name, and here is piece name equals get set legs name. And you'll notice there's descriptions as well, so let's do that as well. We'll do piece description, and then we can say piece description equals get set head description, piece description equals get set body description, piece description equals get set arms description, piece description equals get set legs description. All right, beautiful. So now we can carry over these and then add these to the page as well. So we want P we should do the name. It would be nice to say what body part it is as well. Okay, this is getting a bit. Body part name. Okay, it's getting a little bit long-winded, but it'll be fine. All right, and we'll do body part name equals head body part name equals body, body part name equals arms, and body part name equals legs. Then we can say here body part name piece, and then we can do piece name close off the paragraph, do description piece description, anything else we wanted? No, I think that's fine. Because that's kind of important, right? This is actually the name of the body part in question. What we also need to do as well, we need to make sure that our output and our file writing operation happens inside this loop. Otherwise we don't write enough files. Right? And so instead of get name, I actually just think this should be the Armour piece name. So we're going to do piece name here and piece description, which means we are repeating also. Yeah, I suppose, okay, if we do that, then we do have piece description already. So I guess we don't need, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so now we have each rarity. So now we are going to go through each rarity and get the stats. So we've already got get range. So here we would now say Armour piece table, and we can say now I'm trying to understand how gIRLS did it before. So this is how gIRLS did our stats table. It also did a class of weapon right and all this shit. Just grab that as a template. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So obviously, if we look at the data struct here, right, essentially what we're doing is we're declaring a minimum and a maximum roll amount for a specific set of stats. So we should display each type of stat on one row and then show the minimum and maximum across the same row. So where in this stat table we've got 2 columns, we actually want 3 columns. So TD, 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 TD. So we need a new TD, TD. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is set up a template, right? So I'm going to say start here, and then we've got our TD, and then I'm going to say minimum, and then I'm going to do another TD of maximum. Okay, so now we should just be able to go through. So I'm not sure how many we've got, but let's just make sure we've got a fair few to work with. So the first stat is going to be attack, and the minimum will be minimum attack. So now we want to say get range, minimum attack, get range, maximum attack. But that doesn't make much sense on its own, so I'm going to have to actually label them as minimum and maximum, otherwise it won't make sense. Okay, that looks pretty good. Actually, I'm just going to get rid of that because this is nicer to work with. So our next one is defense. So our minimum is now minimum defense, and this one is maximum defense. All right, looking good, looking good. Keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on. What was that? That was I feel like that was Death Stranding, wasn't it? Okay, so now we're doing HP, so we want minimum HP and maximum HP. Okay, beautiful. Now we want shield, minimum shield and maximum shield. Also, I didn't put the rarity name, did I? I want a header of rarity name. There we go. Okay, looking good, looking good, looking good. We are looking fabulous. Energy recharge, minimum energy charge, maximum energy charge, stun resist, minimum stun resist, maximum stun resist, effect resistance, minimum effect resistance and maximum effect resistance. Completely dead stream today. Break resistance, minimum break resistance, maximum break resistance, crit resist, minimum crit resist, maximum crit resist, crit rate, minimum crit rate, maximum crit rate, crit damage, minimum crit damage, maximum crit damage, And the minimum speed, maximum speed is the final one. Speed, minimum speed, maximum speed. Okay, I think that is everything. But we want to close, we did close the table, we did close the two divs. Output now equals HTML template. We replace content with final HTML. That's incorrect. We want to replace it with Armour content HTML. Oh boy. Oh boy, look at that function. Look at that function. That is something. That resets that. We're doing an int body part equals 1. Yeah, that resets that, and that's inside that loop. Yeah, all looks good to me. All right, let's see it. Whew. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, that was a lot. That should automatically generate 300 HTML web pages for us of each and every Armour piece. Are you ready? Boop. Okay, we did get out. Did I forget to set my... No, I didn't forget to set my Armour piece. What's the null reference exception? Line 335. Wait, how can that be a null reference exception? Is it because... Wait, I don't understand. How the fuck can that be a null reference exception? Line 21. 21. It's just the call, the build Armour call. I am confused. It's got to be saying it can't find an Armour range component on a child object, I would think. Oh, also I made a huge mistake. The output HTML should be set ID, get set ID. I can't remember what it was. What was the ID? Get ID should be the set ID. Get ID plus post subtext. Did I link them with the underscore? We go to Armour. Yes. Yes, I did. Okay, so that should be the correct file name. Null reference exception. Let me try it again. That is bizarre. How the fuck could it be a null reference exception though? We're simply string building on Armour content HTML, and Armour content HTML. Yeah. All right. See you later. See ya. We declare it here. We first fuck with it here, and it's quite happy, although we directly write to it there. And then, is that the right syntax? Plus equals $art. How did GPT do it? It's been doing it a different number of words. Plus equals $art. Yeah. I am confused. I don't understand how that's a null reference exception. I'm going to see if Jupiter notices anything. Hang on. The only one I need it to look at really is this one. Alright, I'm gonna give it this and see if it can find a problem. What the fuck is going on? Hang on. Let's do a quick little debug.log and just see what we can find out. I'm curious, is this happening on the very first version? Because that'll give me a clue as to what's causing the error. Is it happening on the very first iteration, or is it happening like deep balls deep into it? Because if it's happening on the first iteration, then it's probably some kind of syntax error. But if it's happening balls deep into the for each transform, you know, iterations, then it could just be a missing script on a game object or something. So let's find out what index is. Let's find out what body part is. Let's find out what get ID is and set name. And we'll do body part name. Alright, let's just see what happens. So we can find out exactly when it's occurring. Yeah, it's happening on the very, very first. Also, we don't need those debug messages anymore. I don't need you anymore. But it's happening on the very, very first iteration. I'll just give GBT that context. That is not my latest conversation. I can confirm it happens on the very first loop. Let's see what it says. Thanks for the detailed code, that helps a lot. From your description, I'm getting a null reference exception on this line, and it happens in the very first loop, which strongly suggests that the plus equals operator is failing because Armour content HTML is null. It shouldn't be. You set this line earlier, string Armour content HTML equals this. Then inside the loop, so far so good, but no, this replaces Armour content HTML with a new string, not a plus equals, and then after that you plus equals another block of HTML inside of for each. Yeah, I'm new to plus equals, I've never used them before, alright, don't bully me. The real likely cause is Armour set get set equals child get component Armour set, but why would that happen on the first loop? Wait. So each transform child root is these, right? And then we're doing each transform child's grandchild in Armour root. That's correct. It's correct. It's 100% correct. It's correct. It's correct. It's 100% correct. It's correct. It's correct. It's 100% correct. It's not 100% correct because. Okay, no, because we're. Wait, no, that's correct on this one. I thought I was looking at the other part. Where's my second there? Rarities. Okay, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Yes, I understand what I did wrong. I understand what I did wrong. Wait, no. For each transform child in Armour root, and then for each transforms rarities in child.transform. I'm an idiot. Okay, there we go. I found the problem. Yeah, I was trying to get the component on the wrong fucking object. Alright, yeah, okay, good catch, good catch. Good catch, Jibbity, good catch. Should work now. Oh, that's taken a while. It should do though. It's 300 fucking pages. It really is taking a while though. I created an infinite loop. Oh my god, it's been so long. Wait, did I? Oh, I don't know. Did I increment body part correctly? Okay, the thing I'm supposed to be incrementing is body part. While body part is less than 5, body part. And I think it did it. Did it do it? It started doing it. Okay, the problem seems to be it went through arms, body, head, legs once on set 0 and it never went on to set 1. It never went on to set 1. Also, I am an idiot. I shouldn't have been doing this here. I should have been doing it here. Uh-oh. Now we lost access to piece name and piece description. Because this loop here is each child in Armour root. Oh, that's one per. Yeah, no, I do need to do one for each body part, though, don't I? So that was correct. Yeah, I do need to do one for each body part. Oh, it should be there then. Yeah, that's where it should be. Yeah, I did have that in the wrong place. It should be there. Because that is for each child transforming Armour root. That's while body part is less than 5. Then we should come back up. I'm so fucking lost right now. Now that's just the for each transforming child in Armour root, though. That should be there. That should be there. Alright, let me try it there. Let me try it now. Just in case I've got an infinite loop. I shouldn't do, but just in case. Let me just reopen Unity so I don't lose any edited changes. We definitely got a problem. We're going legs, legs, legs. Okay, we are doing... We're doing legs 4 times. We do go from head, body, arms, legs. Where is that debug though? That... Oh yeah, no, that's right, because we're doing each rarity. It's still only outputted, okay, it's still only outputted 0. It's still only outputted armor piece 0. Okay, Gibbity's gonna have to fix this for me. I'm gonna give it the whole function. Okay. Yeah, that should have been doing each rarity. Now the problem is my script only generates the first armor set piece, first outer loop for part 2. See if I can find the problem. The issue is part 2. Only the first armor set is fully generating piece pages, head, body, arms, legs. For subsequent sets, only one or a few pages may be generated. None are generated. Root cause. Inside the second for each loop, armor piece page generation, you're using this block. But rarity index is incorrectly placed outside the loop that initializes it. Okay. Rarity index is in the wrong place. Is that right? Let's have a look. Rarity index, rarity index, rarity index. So we declare it here at the deepest loop in. Yeah, it's not wrong. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, it was right about that. Yeah, okay, that might fix it then. Yeah, that might fix it. Yeah, easily done, easily done. Nope, we still only get the first page output. We still only get the first page output. I think rarity index should go. No, that's not correct. I don't want to generate... No, I think it's misunderstanding what I want. Okay. Okay, set pieces, dozens of them with varying stat boosts. Part, head, body, piece parts. Part, rarity, stats, min, max, rolls. Desired output, 1 page for each part with a table showing the various rarity roll chances per start. Okay. Let's see if that clears things up. Thanks for clarifying, that helps a lot. You're trying to generate one HTML page per part, head, body, arms, legs for each armor set, and each page should show stat roll ranges for all 3 rarities in a single table, not separate pages per rarity. Correct. What's going wrong now? In your current loop, you're incrementing rarity index outside the for each, because you told me to move it there, so it doesn't reset per rarity. I'm declaring it in the wrong place as well, it thinks. No, I'm not. I declare it before I iterate through each rarity stat. That is not true, Gibbity. That is a lie. I declare it right before I go through all the transforms, so that is not correct. You're generating an output after each rarity. You were, I wasn't. I'm not the. It was, Gibbity was. Now, no, that's not true either. Right, let's go through logically. Let's go through logically. There's some tiny little thing somewhere slightly out of place that's throwing this whole thing off. So let's go through logically. Okay, if the thing we care about starts here, right? This is part 2. All above that is perfect. So the first thing we do is we reset index back to 0. I don't like the fact that we're reusing index, but okay. Also, we definitely close the loop and everything here, right? Yeah, because that just generates the index page. Okay, so we are setting index to 0. We are getting the set piece details for each transform child in Armour root. So we're going through each set piece as a transform child, and we get the component of Armour set, and we go and set some variables up to use further down the line. We declare a body part of 1, and inside of a while body part is less than 5, So we do 4 loops. We create a subtext for our file name and our image name. We set the name of the body part just for like visual reasons, and we go and grab the name of each set piece depending on which body part it belongs to, and same for the description. So far so good. We set the image to getID underscore plus subtext, which is correct, and then we declare, no we don't, we declared Armour content HTML at the top here before we go into this loop. We could declare it there though. We could very well declare it there because each body part, this is the important part to note, right? Each body part is a separate page. So we could in fact declare Armour content HTML there. That is fine. So we declare Armour content HTML and we set the name up, and we set the image, and we set the description, and we set the set bonuses, and we set the description, and we set the piece description. And then we go through and we declare an integer of rarity index, and we say for each transform in rarity, this is just so we can count which rarity we're up to, for each transform rarities in child.transform, unless there's one missing somewhere. Like it's happening on the first iteration as well. Also, I know that it's not giving up after one loop. It's going through all of the loops, but it seems to not be changing. It seems to not be like it's not even changing the output name because it writes set piece 000. So that would suggest that our index driver index is not incrementing. Oh my god, it's not. No, it's not working. Jibity's wrong about what's wrong. I know what's wrong. We're not incrementing index. That's all we're doing. I forgot to increment index. I'm surprised that didn't infinite loop actually. I suppose it wouldn't because we're doing a for each transform child, which is a safe way to do it. So make sure that index driver is driving this loop. Now it is. That's why it wasn't working. Okay, I got it. I got it. There's all our Armour pages. Okay, there's a lot. We're probably going to need to, well, there should be 200. Probably going to need to, oh, it stopped at 60. Wait, what? Oh, that's weird. Oh, wait, are we incrementing index inside of body part? No. That's weird. There's more than 60. Arms, body, head, legs. For each transform. Oh yeah, no, there would be, yeah, so that means there's 60 and there's 4 body parts. That should equal 4. I bet that equals 300. Of course it does. Oh, that's 240. There's still some missing then. There should be. There are 300. Oh, man, wait, no, there are 60. Wait, what? Why did I think there was 300 armor pieces? I suppose there's, yeah, for each rarity there would be also variations. No, that's right then. It goes up to 59 as the last one. Okay, it's done it correctly. For some reason I thought there was like way more. I don't know why. Somewhere last night I read that we had 300 armor pieces, but that's not true. Alright, as that uploaded, that was quick. That was quick. Alright, so let's test it then. So now when we go to Armour, we have our beautiful, beautiful Armour page. We should be able to click any single one of these. There we go. Troll Tamer's Thought Shield. Wield the Troll Tamer's Thought Shield to deflect negativity and bounce back with witty comebacks. Armour set Troll Bane Aegis. Right, that wants to be underneath the image. That's my only issue. Armour set wants to be underneath the image. Hang on, that's still Armour list. Yeah, at the moment we're putting it, okay. So we want, let me put that there, drag that and put that there. There we go, that should fix that. Alright, let's run it again. Oh, hang on, let's see what else we need to change. And we should have a stats table. Yeah, I just need to make it look nice now. Okay. So yeah, let me actually just save that and rerun it and make sure we get the set description underneath. Now we just need to CSS style it now. It's all there though. That looks really good. It'll look great when we style it. Beautiful. What a beautiful... Ah! Unity crashed! Ah! I think we got our output though. I think we got our output. Alright, let's refresh it. It should have moved. Yeah, it did. Armour set. Yeah, now we just need to style it. I can't believe Unity crashed. Ah, Unity. Oh, good old Unity. Okay, so we should have some classes that we can style. So if we go into our CSS and take a look at our... we set up a... an image class of Armour piece image. I actually think I should put the stats in 3 columns next to the image. My keyboard's running out of battery. Let me go plug it in. Oh god. Ow. I'm like an old man. I am an old man. All right. Why is my keyboard not working? There it is. Got it working now. Can you help me style this? I think I'd like... Yeah, I might have to reorganize the content. Okay, we'll just put them in. We'll just put the stats the way I was originally going to do it then, and I'll make this image bigger. I think I'd like the stats to appear in a grid of 3 columns next to each other. How can I achieve this? To display the 3-star, 4-star, 5-star stat tables side by side in a 3-column layout, you'll want to wrap all 3 tables in a CSS grid container. Didn't I do that already? Make each .armor piece grid a grid item. Right, so I need to update my HTML. Didn't I already do that though? I tried to do it. Yeah, I said armor. I said the class ID was armor piece table, and I closed that class. So don't I already have armor piece table? Oh, the whole thing's not inside of a parent div though. I thought it was because I said table class stats table. Armor piece table. It should have been in another div of armor piece grid, I think. Oh, see my armor piece grid. Okay, there's a slight error there. No, it does. I got a div class of armor piece grid which starts there. That's correct. I already have that. Let me try adding this CSS. It's tripping. I already did that because I'm getting better at this. Because I'm getting the hang of it again. Okay, let me save that and see what that gives us. There we go. Okay, but it's put each. Ooh, that looks pretty. That okay, that's put them all like in rows next to each other. $128. Are you crazy? And also this table's like interfering with that. I was loving at these descriptions. They're funny. So I thought I already had an armor piece stats grid and an armor piece grid. But wait. I made a class of armor piece grid and an ID of armor piece table. So I think the problem is it's trying to declare the armor piece grid as an ID instead of a class. Huh. Let me have a look at this. Ah, why can't I do... That's so stupid. Why can't I drag that out? That's stupid. Let me make sure this is defined correctly. I do already have it in a class though, that's the thing. Also, it said armor piece stats grid. Yeah, so I think the thing that needs updating is this one. That actually looks worse. gIRLS just loves to make more work for me, that's what it is. I don't understand. So what are you saying, gIRLS? What were you wanting me to change and why? You wanted me to change the HTML to say that each div class, each table before the class was defined in a div class of armor piece grid. Update your HTML so that the 3 armor piece grid divs are inside a single wrapper like this. I thought I did do that. Or maybe, okay, maybe what I was doing, if I look at my code, let me have a look at the code of the thing. So I open armor piece grid here, and then I thought I closed that off for each div. I do. See, that one there closes that one up there, and then we open a new armor piece grid. Oh, yes, okay, that's what I don't want to do. So what I don't want to do is I don't want to close the class until I've finished all 3 tables. I think that's what it's getting at. Yeah, I think that's what I need to do, but how the fuck am I going to do that? Actually, I know how to do that. So what I basically need to do is when this one here needs to come out so that it doesn't close the parent, and then once we drop out of that loop, which is there, we would close that div. So we would say armor content HDMI equals close div here. Like that. Like that. Alright, let's try that. And Unity crashed, so I need to reopen it. Oh boy, it's dead today, huh? It is dead. I haven't heard from a single person all day. Okay, that it looks like it did it. Let me just update the files. Beep 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 beep. This is great. This is going great. This though. It doesn't look any fucking different. gIRLS! gIRLS! Why are you gaslighting me, gIRLS? We're done with weapons, we're done with index, we're done with footer, we're done with index, we're done with armor, we're done with armor. No. Okay, I have way too many things open. And then what if I change these back to dots? Does that do anything? See, I like it better when it's dots, but they're still not in 3 columns. Right, so let's make sure this is set up correctly. So if we look at the end here, this is the start of our Armour piece grid. So we have a parent, and then we have it. Mind you, it did say something about the I think the table. We've got a table class equals stats table. Oh, also, if we look at class stats table, there's too many quotes in it. Oops. Yeah, thank you for that. Okay, that might be what. Let's see if that's just regenerate. All right, let me try that and see if that fixes it. We'll just regenerate them all again. There we go, it's done. Jippity! A jippity! Wait, it's still got... What the fuck? It's still got... What is going on? What is going on? Stats table still has too many quotes in it. That doesn't make any sense. Fuck you, you little shit. Armour piece grid. Armour piece table. Stats table still has too many quotes in it. What the fuck is going on? I'm looking at it right now though. It should be fine. It's got 2 double quotes because it's supposed to, because it wants to add. That's how you get it to add the double quotes, right? Otherwise... I am so confused. Like, why didn't that update it? Oh my god. I did hit save, right? Sometimes I forget to hit save, but I don't think I did. Let me just make sure that's saved. Make sure that's updated. And let's try running it again. Run it again. To make sure, before we upload it, make sure it actually updated it. Okay, it's done. There we go, stats table. Okay, let's make sure they get updated. Why do I always press caps lock when I mean to hold shift? I need to do it on this keyboard, it's weird. I think it's because control's so small, so I don't feel it. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Okay, that's looking better. But it's still not put all stats tables in columns next to each other. Can you feel it now? Unity is getting ready to crash. Ready to crash. Can you feel it now? Unity is getting ready to crash. Ready to crash. Can you feel it here? Can you feel it here? Can you feel it? I never know which one is doing it. Ah! I'm gonna kill somebody. Right. Let's just take one more look at it. So we have our parent container, right? Now, yes, it's not on the next line, but that doesn't really matter. We could put it on the next line easily. This is Armour piece grid, right? Yeah. So we could just literally say boop and give it. Oh, hang on. Oh shit! How would we do that? Look at that. Oh no, it doesn't like that. Oh no, it doesn't like that. Oh, it doesn't like that at all. No. No, it does not. Oh, can I do it like that? It won't do a line break. How do you do a new line in this? Okay, I actually don't know how the hell I would put that on a new line. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not sure how I would put that on a new line. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter because HTML doesn't care about like lines and spaces. Okay, so it's in an Armour piece grid class. Then we have a div ID of Armour piece table. Then we have the table class. And then we close one of the divs, right? So we've got a separate table, and a separate table. That looks correct to me. All the colors of the world should be loving each other, hold me. Yes, it's all right. Zippity boo doo boo doo any night. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? You're very close. Oh, you say that all the time. You say it all the time. Even if I'm not, even though it could be a billion miles away, you still say I was close. Using multiple Armour grid divs when only one is necessary as the container. Ooh, well, sorry, I'm not perfect. You're using ID Armour piece grid instead of a class, but your CSS is targeting Armour because I don't know what I'm doing. Is that not clear? Neither do you, apparently. You just fucking act like you do. You're just like, I know the answers to everything. I'm jibbity. I'm omnipotent. I'm never wrong. You're fucking wrong all the time, you lying sack of shit. You use the gaslight. GPT gaslight is what you are. Fix your HTML structure so there is one wrapping grid container and then 3 child divs inside it, each holding one container. Are you fucking insane? You think I want to do all that? Stop gaslighting me! Armour stats grid is an open parent class. Then div class Armour piece grid. Do you notice, right? A second ago it was saying, oh, you're using too many divs there, mate. Oh, you're using way too many divs. Oh, you could do it with just one, you know. You don't need 600 divs, you know. By the way, what you need is 1,000,000 divs. And it's like, you just said I had too fucking many. Now you tell me to do 3 times as many? Make your fucking mind up. Piece of shit. Alright, let's have a look. Let's have a look. I swear it's having my fucking eyes out right now. We're close now, though. Why can't you use my naming schemes as well? Why do you have to rename everything? You know what this motherfucker's like? It's like you go to the doctors with your sick child and you're like, yes, my Becky's been throwing up for days and days. She can't keep food down. And it's like, all right, well, rename it to Sarah, right? She's not Becky anymore. She's Sarah. Give her some medicine, you know, and then come back and see me in a couple of months. How's Sarah feeling? She's called Becky? No. You said she was thrown up. It's Sarah now, okay? It's like, no, you're not fucking renaming my child, you son of a bitch, alright? I'm here for fucking sick cough medicine, right? Or sickness cure, whatever. I'm not here. It's the same thing here. Think about it. It's exactly the same as what I just said. It's renaming my variables, right? Which is like renaming your children. You just don't get to do that. That's not your rights. It's not your job. Anyway, alright, we'll get over it for now. So it's saying class. Alright, let's do exactly what it said, just to prove that it's a lying sack of shit. Alright, it probably will work now, just to fucking make me look stupid. Right, okay, there we go. It put the extra things in for us. So we're doing Armour stats grid, because it's a son of a bitch. And it doesn't like my naming schemes. My naming schemes aren't good enough for it. Then it says Armour piece grid div class before the h2. Wait, I already have Armour piece. How many fucking classes do you want me to have? I've got a fucking class up here as well. Oh my god, I hate you so much. I hate you so much, Jibity. Do you know that? I hate you so much. Why are you fucking renaming all my... I just don't understand why you insist on me renaming this. What's wrong with the names I picked? Oh, how's Sarah feeling? How's your daughter Sarah feeling? She's called Becky, mate. Sarah, are you feeling better, Sarah? It's like, fuck off, mate. Alright? Fuck off. Piece of shit. Alright, I'm getting very emotional, as I don't know if you can tell. It happens after a while, you know. This is a very emotional hobby to have. Armour piece grid. Why are you renaming everything in my life? Why don't you just rename me while you're at it? Oh, hello there, Theodore. Let me help you with that problem, shall I, Theodore? It's like, my name's not fucking Theodore. Piss off. Alright, anyway, that's before the table class, right? And before the H2, so we did that. Then it wants table class stats table, which we already have. Let's do Armour stats table because I already have a stats table for something else. So I'm actually going to call it Armour stats table. There, I named something myself. Is that alright with you? So I imagine we've made an extra div now, haven't we? So don't I need to close another one off? So it's saying do all of that and then close one div off at the end of the table, which I did. And then close two divs off at the end now. Fuck me. Alright, let's try it. Let's try it. You're a gaslighting piece of shit, Jibbity, do you know that? Right, we wait for that little checkbox to show up. When the checkbox, there it is, we know it's done. Overwrite. Alright, let's see it then, Jibbity. Come on then. Also, I might have renamed one of these, because I don't trust it as far as I could throw it out of a fucking window right now. So it probably gave me a stats grid as well. Armour stats grid. Armour piece grid. I swear to God. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. It's closer. It's closer, but it's no cigar there. Chat Gerald. Chat Gerald PT. Oh no, that makes him sound cool, like he's part of Kojima. He's not part of Kojima. Okay, that created one very long column for the 3-star. Okay, we're getting closer. That created 2 columns. 3-star is very long. And the 4-star is the 4 and 5 stars are next to it with the correct heights. I swear if it asks me to change my HTML again, I'm gonna fucking nut it. I swear I'm just gonna get straight up and nut it. I really am. Thanks for sharing the updated HTML. You're very close. The issue you're running into is caused by nesting multiple Armour stats grid containers inside each other, which causes unintended layout behavior. Specifically, your 3-star stats are inside one Armour stats grid, but then 4-star and 5 stars are inside another Armour stats grid nested within the first, breaking the intended 3-column layout. Oh my god, Jibbity! I'm trying to do what you're telling me, but you... Blah! 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 That's basically what I'm just turning into, like some kind of wild beast now. I can't even use English words because I'm just so angry. That's how angry I am. I can't even communicate in real English anymore. You're saying, right, you said we start off, I'm doing that, right? Check. Correct. I open the Armour stats grid. Check. I then open an Armour piece grid. And then I do my H2 rarity name. And then I do my table class equals Armour stats table. Check. And then I should close the table and close the div, which I do. Check. Then I should open a new div. Of Armour piece grid. Ah, you motherfucker. So you're saying, what you're saying, you little bitch, is that this... Oh, you little bitch. You little bitch. I know what it's saying. It's saying this wants to be outside of the loop. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch, Jibbity. Alright. 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 We'll let it cook. We'll let it cook. It's better fucking work, Jibbity. And if Unity crashes, I swear to God, you're just doing everything you can to make my Unity crash. Unity, hang in there. Hang in there. You can do it. I believed in you. Do you believe in Unity 6? 6, 6. I think 5 sucked. No, 5 was good actually. 5 was good. Didn't they skip 5 and then they went into this weird year naming scheme? That was when it sucked. Those were dark days for Unity. Very dark days. Oh my god, that was when all of Unity was just on fire, you know, and you had to wrestle. Your tools were on fire. The CEO was a demon from hell. You know, they were just trying to charge installation fees, and oh my god, dark days. It reminds me, that reminded me of like the great famines of the past, you know. It's very similar to what it was like. Okay, so we updated it. Let's see if it's, see if that fixed it. Oh, jibbity. You know what? I can't stand mad at you. Jibbity. I really can't. You know what? You've pulled through in the end. Took a while, but you finally showed your worth. See, now I think maybe I want that. I can't do that though because of the way my index is structured. Yeah, that'll have to do. Do you believe in you? 36. Also, I'm not a big fan of this this like hard pixel. Oh, I don't like it big and hard. I like a softer, floppier kind of, you know, like it wants to be responsive is what I'm saying. Because if you go like that, then, you know, there you go. Now it's more responsive. Yeah, the thing I don't like now it's a bit of a fucking mess, this. Like the 3 columns, like the 3 sections looks good now, but those stats, Jesus Christ. Okay, I want to write, let's see if we can figure this out. We want to right align the stats. So if we look at our code now for the HTML page, we have an Armour stats table as a table class. So I think in style CSS, we can go, I don't know whether it's a dot or not. Blah! Why you want to put it there? Or put it wherever you want. Every software has its, you know, every one of these pieces of software is like some arrogant little, oh, you must put it here, you must spell this here, I'm going to autocorrect this, I'm going to autocorrect that, I think you should rename your variables, I think you should rename your daughter, she's not called Becky, she's called Sarah now. Like, no, just let me do the things I want to do and help me do what I want to do. Not you tell me what to do, I tell you what to do. You just help me do what I want to do. What's so wrong with that? It's software, right? It's tools. That's what it's supposed to be for. But instead they come in like a great Russian dictator from years past and be like, you know, and they just boss you around. It's like, no, I don't want that. I don't want that at all. Alright, we'll do a text. So we got a, hang on. I put the brackets in the wrong place. I'm such a fool. I'm just a fool. I've been at this too long. And now I need a break. We want text align right. And I'm gonna hit save. And see what it looks like. That didn't fucking work. Let's try hash Armour stats table. That didn't fucking work either. Why isn't it working? Have I spelled it right? A small typo. What were you on about? Small typo? What typo? I ain't no typo. Are you calling a typo, you little shit? Where's the typo here? What fucking typo am I? Are you smoking crack again, Jibbity? Oh, is it the semicolon? Oh, okay, it's the semicolon, isn't it? Da! Yeah, but like, ooh. Oof. Maybe that should be padding rice. Oh, I just want more of a gap. Padding left? I can never get anything to frickin' work. I swear to God, I fucking hate CSS. CSS is such a fucking temperamental little bitch. I swear to God. Oh, it's because... Wait, also it's because the text... that column includes the word max, that's why. That still looks better though if I can just get some space between the fucking words, between the columns now. I think there's a way to like... right. Much better. Now the columns are too packed and I want to create some space between them. This isn't the way. I bet it says, "You're really close. You're close again." How did I know it would say that? You're close again, dear child. Okay, we'll just do what it says. I don't even... We don't need to think anymore as humans. We just let the AI do everything for us. It's great. Welcome to the future. We're going to get even lazier and even more useless. Oh, that looks so much better. Oh, look at how much better that looks, though. Oh, my. Oh, my, oh, my. That's looking rather fetching. Oh, yes. Looks a bit weird, though, when you go there. So I might want to... Again, I might want to do, like, it as a VW. It's already trying... It's trying to do padding as 4 pixels. What the fuck is a rem? Nah, that looks alright. That looks really good. I think I'm really happy with that. So there we go. So if we've got any of our armor sets now, they should all look like that. Alright, we are looking good. I think that is where I'm going to leave it for today. I mean, a very, very quiet day. I haven't heard a peep from anybody. So I may as well wrap it up there. But yeah, that is everything in the game now that is currently data driven, that has a page. Yeah, and they're all looking great. And it's all driven by the game, so I can just update it by running that function, which is great. So all our weapons are here, all our armor, all our characters, as we do skills and affection and all the various other things, we can add those to. But yeah, I think that's looking really, really good. So there we go, data-driven websites driven by Unity's, you know, by all your custom classes in Unity. I mean, when you really think about it, you know, you could actually just build a Unity project It would be a pretty fun project, actually. You could build a little Unity project that literally is just a little website builder. You know, you could just think about the endless possibilities. You know, you could take in text files like CSS files and then make automatic databases out of them. You could just have like boxes that you type in, and you could enter products or whatever the hell you want, right? Add images, and then just set up some rules that drive the website. You know, you could make, you want like these CSS things. It would be a really cool project. I haven't got the time, nor is it really that beneficial to me. Like I make websites so rarely now that like, yeah, I prefer to just get in and get my hands dirty and just do it raw. You know, I like it raw dog these days. What can I say? So I like to just get in, get raw. But if I was making websites like regularly, or if that was my job or anything like that, right? Yeah, I think it would be worth like learning all the CSS stuff and then just putting little functions so you can just say, you know, okay, add this to my page, add that to my page, and you can just have little drop downs. Okay, I want it centered, I want it this, I want it that, and you could build a really powerful web creation tool in Unity very easily. Because I mean, when did I start this? Wasn't it yesterday? I think I started this yesterday. Yeah, I did. It was yesterday when I got back from town. So I've done this in a little over 24 hours, and there are hundreds and hundreds of pages, and they all look pretty dope. And we've got like 3 different custom data types here that all work differently. But yeah, I've got a consistent sort of style, look and feel to the website. And the best part is if I change any, let's say I change a single, you know, let's say I change a few stats here and there, and I can't remember which ones I changed. Oh yeah, because I'm going to do that as I'm running the game, right? I'm going to be tuning the game, and I'm going to be like, oh yeah, let's give her a bit more crit, let's give her a bit more HP, let's put a bit of this in here and a bit of that in there. And now I just hit run, and the website will just completely update based off whatever the stats are in the game at the current moment in time. So I don't need to separately go and update the website. I know it's going to be completely up to date because the game literally builds the website, right? The game's database literally builds this website. So I think that's pretty cool. Well, I'm going to leave it there. All right, I will catch you in the next one. Bye.